Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm taking a look at Fans Toys FT-30 Ethereon, or Superion as I like to call him. And we're going to take a look at each part and what you have to do to get them in combined mode. It's not that difficult, so I won't be going into any details. I will just show you the overlay. And yeah, you have the arms, you have the legs, you have the body, and you have the, well, everything else. I'm not going to show the base mode because I think it's just ridiculous and it doesn't fit in my set anyway. So, well, Superion doesn't fit in my set anyway, but he does actually fit in a better way. But a quick review of the base mode. It's a bit rickety and nothing really tabs in, so the planes are a bit on the wobbly side. But if you don't touch it and there is not a breeze in the room, it is amazingly beautiful. I'm going to get rid of this part for now. Just drag everything to the side. We're going to focus on Silverbolt first, and what you need to do, you basically, from robot mode, you have to make him hug his legs backwards. Yeah, I heard it, but that's the way you want to do it. His arms backwards, you have to fiddle with things here, and it's not really secure, and as you can see, you have to fold this over, and I don't really get the legs to tab in as they should, because they are, well, skewed. But this is, well, it's somewhat the way you want it. Not the perfect way, of course, but yeah. There it is. And every time I actually touch this, it goes out, and you can see, yeah, this isn't really, it doesn't make me happy if I use that turn of phrasing. First time I combined him into Superion, I actually stopped caring if he would break or not. So, yeah. But this is the way, well, somewhat like this, that you want him sitting. And now it just tabs off again. Yeah. You want him basically in a little square, and yeah, like that. For the arms, you basically want to get them into plane mode, but you have to hinge them upwards, so you actually get this elbow joint loosey-goosey, and it is loosey-goosey. And this arm has the only complaint I have with this Ethereon one. These are way too loose, and there is no way of tabbing them in, and they are just pegged in, so I can't pull them off or anything. That is not very nice, unfortunately. Open up the chest here and fold down the head. Yes, they use the head as a combining piece, but it doesn't really hang on to it because you have two sliders here. And the arm, the hand, sorry, is just pushed between the legs. Yes, I said that. So it's fairly easy getting them into that arm, and the same goes for this, of course. And this is a very sturdy arm. Nothing is loose here, nothing at all. I love this arm. And again, you have to open the chest up, but a bit more this time, and this head just goes down like so. You, of course, have to extend the waist, so you have that elbow ready to do elbowy stuff, and you just slide the hands on between the feet here. Feet is way better than what I said before. Yeah, so it's fairly easy to get it into gear, or into the correct mode. Especially this one, because this is just, nothing's coming off this one. The legs are a bit on the difficult side. I like to keep the wings like this, so it turns into a neat little package. This piece of the back of the cockpit, you have to turn that around and push it down. The feet just clamps on, nothing really difficult there. The difficult part comes when we actually combine this with the leg. Yeah, because you have to push things in here and pull things there and mind his head there and so on. But basically, you want everything downwards, and you want to turn this, even though you don't think you can turn it, back and down. It's going to be a bit up when the leg piece comes on, because there is a tab back here that's going into the back of the combine pieces. And be very, very careful so you don't break the heads, because I have heard people doing that, because, yeah, so don't do that. This is the same thing, basically. You want to rotate everything down. And I like to keep everything nice and flush, like this. This is also very stiff to turn, but you are supposed to. And this is the way you want things looking here. Otherwise, it's the same thing here, just the difference is you have these on a hinge here, as you can see. So it's not directly tabbed in anywhere, unfortunately. And mine was actually coming loose at the feet there. You have some articulation, but yeah. There is nothing wrong with the articulation at all, but it's going to drive anyone mad in loose piece mode like this. When it's combined, it will work as it should, but right now... what I forgot to say about these is that these little wings are gonna go onto them, onto those ports, when you have this connected up here, so they will actually be stabilizing the entire backpack, which is very smart, actually. Now to combine Silverbolt, you have to push him a bit down, because you have slots where everything is supposed to go. So just try and push those down. It's difficult, but when you got it like that, it's perfect, and you can just tab these side pieces on. Yeah, these arms aren't funny at all. And of course you have a little filler piece down here that you can just push up. And I'm going to try to put these back on. Because then we are going to turn these in and onto those arms. Yeah, this is so fun. I have no idea if the arms are more important or these pieces, so I'm not going to bother too much with those. I'm going to fold this down, and here you have hinges that's supposed to go down into those pieces. I don't know if you see those, but yeah. And you have tabs on the sides here as well. They're supposed to go onto, or into, sorry, the body of Superion. You have tabs over there and tabs over there. And if you don't get it to sit flush, you have something wrong here. I'm gonna do this off camera so I don't break anything. I'll be right back. After that, you fold these down on both sides. You come to the chest, and if you want to have the toy deco or not, you can bring these in and just slide them in here. Or else, you can just try to push these onto the main body and fold this up. And now we actually have the body of Superion done. Now we just need to do everything else. Okay. As you can see, he has a lot of things that's gonna go around, well, everything basically. You are going to slide these onto here, but you have to get the head in a correct position. So they claim, I have not done this enough times to concur. They claim it's easier if you do it like this, but I don't see why that would be easier. So I'm going to try and do this that way. Yes. And when... Oh. With the greatest of ease. With the greatest of ease. This is supposed to be pressed down. Like that. And after that, these two come down and hold these grey side pieces together. Like that. You have to peg it into the grey piece or it won't work. Push this in and then push this to that knee. And that's one leg done. Let's see if I can show you this better. You are supposed to slide this on. Whoa. He is a heavy bot, so this isn't as easy as you might think. Slide him on like that. Push this on and down like so. Push this in. Something has gotten awry. Ah, yes, of course. The head had turned to the side, so now it's probably broken. No, it survived. Okay, tab that in. Fold these down and in and connect them. Like that. And then just pose the wings like you want. This is going to, you see the little niche there? This tab is actually going to go in there. And it actually sticks. So that's good. Now we come to these. And these are supposed to go on to... That peg is gonna go in there. And it's gonna go in there. I know it's gonna because it's been there before. For his left arm, bring this in. And this little tab has to be up on this side for some reason. And scooch it down. And like so, fold that little flap in. And you have the left arm. The right arm is about the same. You just have to do something different. You can't fold these out as far, so be mindful what you're doing. And then push these in, so they actually hold on to that piece of, well, yeah. Unfortunately, the bend here is so extremely stiff, as you can see, so that things just go untabbed. There are no really... The two little tabs that are actually needed here tend to pop out. So, yeah. I think they actually learned something from this side until they made this, because, yeah, it's a big difference. And this actually, yeah, these wings are just, yeah, bad. So, before we take a look at him, we're going to look at articulation, because when he's standing, no thank you. You have a 360 at the head. You can look down, you can look up. You can, of course, change these around. so you get the more toy accurate look. Yes, they have two heads like that, and it's the same basic functions, up and down and stuff like that. So yeah, the arm does go a 360 all the way around, of course, on an extremely tight ratchet. They are so overly tight that it's ridiculous. This side, you can actually angle the arm upwards without it falling to pieces. I might need to buy an updated version of this so I can just... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. You have 90 degree at the elbow. You can swivel it back and forth if you want to. And the hands are ratcheted. This piece tends to jump off. It is a little safety piece. You don't really need it, but yeah, you want things where they should be. You can splay the fingers out. You have a thumb on a very special hinge there, and a hinge here, and a little mini hinge right here. And that's very, very nice. Let's get this piece back, shall we? Like that. You have ab crunch. You have a waist rotation. Very, very nice. Now I'm going to move him up and we'll take a look at the legs. You can get these little hip skirts out of the way. Yeah, you can get him. You can get all of them out of the way. And of course you come to 90 degrees forward. Doesn't really hold because it's a very, very heavy leg. And that much back. And he can do the motor master splits, but I'm not going to do that because he's too heavy. And now we can just plug these back on there. You have a very nice knee bend there, above 90. You have, of course, swivel at the thigh. You can tilt the foot. And you have a little toe tilt as well. You probably have more, but now, since I am too famooshed after doing this articulation, I'm going to go on vacation for 2 weeks. See you later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to install these pieces, so when we do a flyby, we get to see every piece of him. Just so you know. Now let's do a flyby of him. And again, I'm sorry about the shaky camera movement because I don't have a gimbal. I actually borrowed one from work, but it didn't work, unfortunately. But you can see that toy-accurate face and those toy-accurate wings, and he looks marvelous. The chest is metallic, and, well, the white part anyway. And you can see those nice arms on the side. You have very, very nicely sculpted body here. Very, very nice indeed. And those legs. They do look a little bit much, I think, due to the kibble of the wings and stuff like that, but it works. Look at that face. This is a beautiful face. Not even a mother could hate this one. Well, no one could, because it looks so good. So I'm going to change this out and I'll be right back. There you have him in toy accurate mode, and let's zoom out a bit so we can see the changes to the chest as well. No wings on the sides, as you can see, but still very, very nice. And this is the way I'm going to display him because I like my toys cartoon accurate as far as they can be. Yes, I like the other head better, but never mind. Very nice again. The only little nitpick I have with him is this arm, because it comes loose when you're trying to articulate it, and the wings are just atrociously bad. they just flop about like nothing. So I don't really like that. Before we move on, we have to look at what he comes with. And of course, he comes with his little card. Very nice illustration. You can see the gun there. And there you can see the alt mode or base mode. And of course, the combine mode. And you can see he has a lot of 10s here. He is very strong, not very quick, but skillful and, well, you know. His gun, his enormous gun that actually works as a stand as well, looks brilliant. Done in this sheen, gunmetal sheen. And you can, of course, make this more toy accurate. Or is it cartoon accurate? I never keep those. Yeah. I just like that better, so I'm going to have that on, even if it's toy accurate, but I don't think it is. Oh, you can fold them as well. Okay, you can do a lot of things with this one. This is just for stand mode. And, of course, you tab it into his slot in his hand. And then you close the fingers around it. As you can see, it gets a little trigger finger there, which is nice. And you can still fold it to the outside. Now I'm going to try to angle this piece. Okay, we're going to do a flyby again. This is a very long gun, and it's very, very nicely proportioned to the rest of the bot. And it's going to stay in his hand, I think, so he can shoot Decepticons to his heart's content. Now for comparison, here is my oh-so-hated Zeta Toys Superion. Yes, he was just pointing at stuff. But you can see that Fans Toys looks so much better. Indeed, so much better. And I don't even have Silverbolt in the Zeta one because I dare not transform him. My sanity is on the line, so no way, Jose. But I will get to throw them away after this, and that is the biggest motivator ever. Because they are all broken and, yeah. It's not that I don't like Zeta Toys, it's just that this copy is, well, past its prime. Let's just say past its prime, shall we? Up next, my magnificent DX9 Menazor. And these two just look outstanding beside each other. They were created to combat the other faction. I think it was the same episode, even. So I really think they go together, even here. I don't really care that it's two brands. They look still very, very, very good together. And I can't wait to pose them on my table in a battling mode. But I'm going to buy the Fans Toys Menazor anyway. Just because. Now for my conclusion. There is never going to be the perfect bot ever. I think there is always going to be some nitpicking going on, but this right arm is just not up to par with the rest of this bot. Everything is just amazing. Otherwise, the quality is outstanding. The playability is outstanding. That you can transform it from G1 cartoon to G1 toy is just precious. And the articulation, the ab crunch, the waist, the arms, the shoulders, everything to the toes. This is just too good to pass up, in my opinion. Yes, he comes in like $1,200, but he's worth it. I'd rather have him than any oversized Metroplex in the world. And this one actually looks the part as well. So I'm really, really, really happy with this one. Except for this arm, I have no qualms with this figure whatsoever. This is actually spot on, perfect. And I'm going to ignore the problems I have with the wings and those pieces just breaking loose, because it can be my copy that is just not very good. So I'm going to give this a masterpiece score of 10. This just hits every bullseye in the book. It can't get any better than this. I know there are people saying that the hips are too narrow and stuff like that, but I mean, look at the cartoon or look at the toy. They were. So this is accurate. This is very, very nice indeed. This is a strong recommendation from me, and I really hope you get it and that you are satisfied with it, because I sure know I am. What I haven't brought up is the light up feature, but that's just because I don't have any form of batteries. So there is no use for that at all, in my humble opinion. No. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.